They've done a lot of studies. The flight deck of an aircraft carrier is truly one of the most dangerous places in the world. But I want to take you in a place you know extremely well. I want to take you in a place you operate in every single day. I'm going to call this the high performance zone. Now, what is this? It's simply the gap between where you are and where you want to go. We do this all the time. Of course you do this in business. Of course you do this in sales. You set goals. You set visions. You know, maybe it is in revenue. Maybe it is in profits. How about impact on patients' lives? How about that customer service? How about that quality of life that you all want to have? So we set goals, and we measure, and I think it's very special that you guys decide to work on your own personal growth too, not just the sales organization. Very powerful. So that's what the best do. They set the goals, but here's the question. How do you close the gap? How do you close it quickly? So let me share with you a process and a mindset that I believe allows you to beat your best. A process and a mindset that allows you to be at your best. A process and a mindset that allows the best to get better. So you might say, well, holy cow, where does this come from? Okay, it actually comes from my post-Navy career. All right, after the Navy, I flew on the carriers. I had lots of leadership roles. Went to Stanford Business School. I knew I needed a transition. Got 3 master's degrees. Worked in venture capital. So I'm sitting there in Silicon Valley right around 2000, 2001. And what else happened? Technology, early stage companies, 2001. Anybody else remember? Yeah, this bubble burst, right? And I remember sitting around the table that day and going, what are we going to do? And a thought hit my head. How come? Not how come the bubble burst. Here's the question that hit me. How come some people outperform others and some don't? How come some teams can consistently outperform and some don't? How come some organizations consistently outperform, some don't? I started to think about that. I started to reflect on it. I said, wait a minute, why? And I thought back to a time in my life where we did it under changing conditions with new people every single year. It's when I was on the Blues. I'll suggest this. You watch the Blue Angels fly. You do not know who those pilots are or the maintenance crew, yet you see that same level of excellence. Actually, they're getting better. So there is a process and a mindset to do that. So I started to unpack it. And I said, wait a minute, it's not enough to do it in airplanes. How do you do it in life? How do you do it in business and how do you do it in life, right? So I remember back in strategic management theory, everybody in this room already knows it. Vision, plan, execute, feedback loop. We get that. What's the vision? Come up with a plan, execute on a plan, hopefully have a feedback loop. Okay, great. 1% do that. And the point of the 1%, we talk differently. See, we don't just talk about vision, we understand vision, but here's what we talk about. We talk about beliefs. Why? Because that's what you ask. It's what you ask of your customers. It's what you ask of each other. It's what you ask of your families to believe.